GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
So, Fat Man.
Happy New Year!
Yeah. What? Happy New Year?
This drops on a Saturday, which is New Year this year.
God fucking damn
which
it.
Which means, you know what that means.
It's time for the shitties! The shitties! We'll talk more about that on The Wrestling Show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is the Fat Man.
And welcome, everyone, to the 2021 Safmmies, also known as the Shitties. We are here today in the best suits that we can afford. Well, I got a t-shirt on. Oh, everyone's got a t-shirt. Oh, well, fuck it. But Chip Willett is here with us today.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Happy New Year. Getting ready for Wrestle Kingdom. Going to be a fun week.
Oh, God. Yo,
That's
Doug.
right. Wrestle Kingdom is literally a week this year. Oh, my God.
And, of course, the King Tag Team Master himself. The man they call a Gotch. Ryan Williams is here with us today.
Hi, y'all.
For a surprise, I have our mid-year awards that I'm going to compare
Oh, God.
to final awards.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
I was wondering if someone was going to bring that up. Way to go, Fat Man.
I can't believe he had them.
Hold on now. How are we going to do it? Are we going to reveal our mid-year awards and then see?
Nope. So we're
Do it
going to do
backwards?
our year-end rewards, and then I'm going to read off the mid for each.
For each category? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't got Dietz because he wasn't on the show, that motherfucker. But I do got
Fucking
Dietz's year-end rewards.
Okay.
Rewards?
Well,
Awards.
we actually...
Rewards. Rewarding.
Well, let's start with our brand new category this year. Because we might as well, right?
Yep.
So this year we decided that Tag Team of the Year wasn't good enough. So we have actually debuted a brand new category, Faction of the Year. Goes to any faction. It could be 2 or more members.
It's got to be at least 3, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Or else it's a tag team.
I don't think so.
It's the third prominent member of the faction is a manager that sometimes wrestles. That would be considered,
Okay.
I guess. But if it's 2, it's a tag team. If it's 3 or more, it's a faction.
If it was 2 and a valet.
M&M, are they a tag team or a faction?
That's
They're
a good
tag
question.
team.
Well,
They're a tag
Melina wrestled during that, though.
He did.
So technically they were a faction, and M&M was 3 members, Nitro, Melina, and Mercury. I forgot his name.
Your brain just hasn't.
That's the first time Sleazy forgot about M&M's.
Right? Right? Because it had a hot woman in it.
Yeah, he don't like hot women. Ha ha. Throwback.
Okay, so
All right,
so we're
let's
doing
go.
at least 3 members. Well, mine's pretty obvious. It's on the Disputed Era. Even though they kind of broke up and then not broke up before the end of the year, name a better faction. I dare you guys.
Ryan, name a better faction.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I like the Undisputed Era. And let's be 100% real here. I have no clue what my mid-year ones were, so I can't even tell you what has changed.
We didn't even do this for mid-year, so
No.
this particular one.
Chip.
Chip, you
So,
were actually the one that wanted this.
When I brought up the category, I was thinking, okay, this could be a bunch of different teams. It's Undisputed Era, hands down.
So, Fat Man, are you wrong? Or did you choose the Undisputed Era?
I'm wrong.
Who'd you pick?
Bloodline.
Fucking Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, I'm the Mark.
Yeah, you're the Mark.
I'm the Mark.
Right now you are.
Spoiler, this is going to be a long show for one person.
Oh, no. I enjoy my pick at the undisputed era, but I will stand on the right that you can't shit on Dickhead for picking Bloodline. Because if you look at how that fucking year has been booked for them, they have been the cream of the fucking crop.
We'll see how this show turns out. We'll see how this show turns out. Let's do the two underrated ones. Let's start with the most underrated female wrestler of the year. I mean, it goes to the most underrated. Blah, 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 blah.
I already know what Sleazy's pick's going to be.
Of course you do.
It's fucking Asuka.
Actually, it's not.
Oh, wow.
It's not because she got injured.
Okay. Well, that was your...
You can't blame that being used on shitty booking if she's injured, I suppose.
Yeah, right? She's not on the list because of a technicality.
That was your mid-year.
I'm positive that was my mid-year because at the time she was the most underrated. Ryan?
What was my mid-year? Fuck this, I'm playing this game. Let me see if it's...
Your mid-year was Dakota Kai.
Oh, I don't think that's the case anymore.
No, not now.
Ryan came in this totally unprepared.
I always come up with for the underrated and overrated because it's never really. I mean, if it's somebody I want to see more of, like I think do NXT runs count as underrated? As not being pushed because if they don't, then it's just development. Raquel Gonzalez should be on the main roster, so I would say her.
It's not a bad. I mean, she's the face of their division right now, but
yeah.
I mean, I could say the same thing about my pick. So,
which is
the other Asian, of course,
Io
Shirai. Yeah. Although I'll give a shout out to Kairi Sane only because I can, but that woman should not be not wrestling at all. But
she was wrestling in Japan.
Not right now.
No.
The only thing she was doing was Japanese commentary for WWE. WWE would not let her run a single match in any other promotion while she was still on a contract.
But she's not on a contract anymore, right?
Nope. But she still got to sit out, another 30 days, I think, to run it out completely.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm sad, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Damn, that means she won't be Wrestle Kingdom either.
I wouldn't be so sure about that because they're basically grabbing everybody for Wrestle Kingdom. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if they pull in Stardom, and she was a huge member of Stardom when she was there. So, who's an asshole next?
Me. Duh.
Okay.
Hey, Conti.
Tay Conti.
Wow.
No, in all seriousness, I'm going to say we didn't really talk about Tay and Sammy Guevara last show, did we?
No.
Okay, so basically Sammy broke up with his fiance they publicly proposed to, and it just so happened that Tay was in a lot of videos before that with Sammy, and they were a little close and blah, 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 and now everyone calls her a homewrecker and blah, 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 blah. And the reality is, you like who you like, and that's the end of that. And you shouldn't be shaming anyone for liking who you like. And that's legitimately all there is to it.
Chip, your mid-year award went to Xia Li.
Ooh.
Yep, I remember.
My mid-year award went to Hikaru Shida. My overall award goes to Hikaru Shida. Didn't change.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. Did not change at all.
That's interesting.
Oh, Brandon. I'm sorry. I forgot Brandon.
I was waiting for you to say Brandon.
My bad. He had Dakota Kai.
Okay.
Next award, Sleazy.
Sorry.
I know, you're looking at Asian porn.
Russell with the Joshis. Most underrated male wrestler of the year. Fat Man, you start with Brandon.
I was just going to say, Brandon picked Luchasaurus.
What?
You're going to see a pattern with Brandon.
I guess we have our AEW mark of the show.
There you go. Like I said, Brandon was a mark.
High five to Brandon. Who's
I'll
next?
do mine. My mid-year award went to Orange Cassidy. Didn't change. Again.
Really?
Orange Cassidy. It seemed like he actually got booked worse as the year went on. Kind of like
I would actually agree with that. Yeah. Chip.
I chose Xavier Woods. I think he got King of the Ring, but I've always been I just thought that he's been underutilized for years, but this time I actually sat down and watched, and I was like, wow, he really is being underutilized.
You had Lance Archer in the middle of the year.
Yep.
I feel like that of the two, I think a case could be made for Xavier. Mainly because my underrated male wrestler of the year wasn't one person. It was a hashtag. Hashtag the party. Pick one. Really? Cesaro, who this is the namesake reward for. Xavier, who got fucked this year, basically, thanks to Up, Up, Down, Down and all the shit that went around there. Tyler Breeze, who they fucking shit canned. And Adam Cole, who could have been the top star of Raw or SmackDown, released without even a blink.
And they wanted to make him a manager.
I don't believe that was the case.
Believe that.
I really don't believe that. I think that was a bunch of bullshit.
I think that's Meltzer bullshit.
Yeah, but there's no doubt in my mind that they absolutely would have had a star on their hands had he made the main roster. His appeal transcends a lot of what NXT was. So it's not like a lot of others that they pushed in NXT and then died in the main roster. I don't think he would have been that.
So which one was it?
I picked them all.
Fucking piece of shit.
If I'm gonna have to pick one, it's actually going to be none of those. Actually, it's Ricochet.
That's your
better than
final
four
answer.
of them, dickhead.
What's that?
Is it that's better than four of them, dickhead?
Yeah, that's
And
why I said if I'm going to have to pick one, it's going to be Ricochet. But I think collectively, that group was the most underrated group of wrestlers that were out there.
You had Xavier Woods for the mid-year.
Yeah. And then he won King of the Ring, so I can't push him that far down as much as Ricochet, who has literally done almost nothing all year. And yet has done great things whenever he's allowed to shine.
Uh-oh, something happened in Phelps. Ryan.
I actually thought about this one, and I think it's our truth.
I don't want
Well,
to...
I just think our truth should be in the main event. Like, he's so good.
You're fired.
Why am I fired?
Because you picked R-Truth.
The two-time NWA champion, R-Truth?
Round of truth killing. Yes, he is underrated in the WWE. He should be a main eventer. Not a 78,000 times, 24/7, 547, some milkshake 11 champion.
I just want to point out, he beat Crash Holly's record like 15 reigns ago.
You had Jey Uso for the mid-year.
Uso.
For the mid-year.
Monsignor Oos. Okay, let's do the overrateds.
Then why I wouldn't think Uso, because he's been tag champ ever since the mid-year.
I'm just saying, it's just interesting. That's what I'm just looking back on it. Okay,
Let's do
overrated.
overrated.
Which one, Mel?
Let's start with female. Let's just get this out of the way. Becky Lynch.
Huh?
Yep. Don't give a fuck.
Nyla Rose.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me find this here. Sleazy had Becky Lynch? Oh, that's the wrong category. Where is it? There. There it is.
What the fuck kind of show are we running here?
Sleazy had Becky Lynch?
Becky Lynch.
Well, you had Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I think Becky's actually gotten worse.
Here.
Don't you even.
No.
She's not a draw, dude. She's not a draw.
But Asuka's a draw.
You're fucking damn right she is.
You're such a fucking piece of shit.
Less of a draw than fucking Sasha, but not much more.
Literally, I can literally put any non-Asian, and that would be your pick. So it wouldn't matter anyway.
I mean, yeah. It's fair.
It doesn't matter.
What was my mid-year?
Your mid-year was Nyla Rose.
So it's
That
Chips.
hasn't changed.
That changed?
That hasn't changed.
Oh, that hasn't changed?
No. Nia Jax is gone. It has to be on the road.
Mine was Nia Jax.
But now she fired.
So I went with Nyla Rose.
God damn, pal. Becky Lynch.
Brandon with Ty Conte.
Oh, I see there's a Anna J mark in the mix, I guess. I don't know. The fuck. Overrated male wrestler of the year award.
This should be between one of three people.
Kenny Omega.
There's
Kenny
one
Omega.
of them. There's one of them. Brandon had three.
One of his three is probably mine.
There's Kenny Omega,
Okay.
Christian Cage,
Yeah.
and this one really shocked me coming from Brandon. Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
Wow. Chip, you have hatred in your heart and in your eyes.
No, I see Kenny Omega.
It's Kenny. Wow. Okay. Fat Man?
My mid-year was Kenny Omega, but I changed it. And you guys know who I changed it to.
Dave Meltzer.
That's the other person I say fuck to at the end of the show.
Jay Briscoe.
No, that's Ryan.
No, it's Nick Gage.
Nick Gage, yes.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Nobody's,
Most everybody else did, and Fat Man keeps giving him airtime.
and nobody said mine.
Whoa.
Nobody said mine. Ready, everyone? It's fucking Hook.
Wow.
It's fucking Hook. Two
Been in the
fucking
business a month, and he's going overrated.
motherfucker
But here's the thing.
is more
You're not
over than
wrong.
anybody else. You know what I mean?
Every independent fucking Facebook post I see is Hook's going to be a bigger star than Roman Reigns. I'm like, the dude's had 2 matches. He's green as shit. He's not that fucking good to begin with. Like,
He likes
I
to
really-
oversell pile drivers. Or undersell pile drivers, I should say.
oh, the guy can't sell. Wonder who's fucking his teacher, Kenny Omega. Okay.
Oh, he pulled the full-on Hawk, okay?
Fucking piece of shit.
So all
Sleazy, you had Kenny Omega. Ryan and
course I
Chip
did.
both had Nick Gage
Wow!
for mid-season.
The flippy flips happened.
Yep.
So, like it was, Chip, I forgot he even existed. Because after the Nick Gage stuff happened, he went the fuck away again.
Actually, that's true. I mean, nobody talks about him now. Does this mean he was only relevant because of Matt Cardona?
Yes.
How
Whoever
bad?
thought that would be the case for anybody in the world?
Who the fuck thought Zack fucking Ryder in 2021 would be the guy that gets Nick Gage over for 2 months? Oh my goodness. Let's get this out of the way. Pay-per-view or special event of the year?
Brandon, being the AEW mark, picked All Out.
Which I agree with.
You're both wrong.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah. It's okay that you're wrong, but it's stand and deliver.
It's all out. There's, tell me I'm wrong, please.
You
We're
were
wrong.
wrong. It was
Wrong.
stand and deliver.
Wait, oh, well, fuck you. There's
Yeah, see?
I'm
Sleazy had Stand and Deliver.
yep. I did.
Ryan had Stand and Deliver.
Everyone had Stand and Deliver, didn't they?
No, they did not. Chip.
Chip.
Yeah, I said the Wrestling Grand Slam at Tokyo Dome. It didn't change. A close one was Resurgence, though, by NJPW. Strong.
Fucking Japanese mark. Worse than I am.
So Chip's didn't change. Nope. And mine didn't change.
Mine changed.
I went through, your changed.
Mm-hmm.
I went through my whole notebooks, all 3 of them. There's another one. Went through all the matches. It did not change. It's Wrestle Kingdom.
Wow. Throughout the entire year. Although we were talking about the fact that it's both nights.
Yes.
So there could be something said for that. I think that All Out was a phenomenal show, though. It's hard not to say that
it wasn't even the best AEW show of the year, though.
I disagree with that.
Double or Nothing was way better.
I don't know. Let me put a little X on that. Well, while we're kind of fucking around with this, what has been your greatest surprise? Now, this isn't an actual category, but what has been your biggest surprise of the year here in terms of what's happened over the course of 2021? Let's start with Ryan.
Oh, Lesnar coming back at SummerSlam.
That was your
because it was an actual surprise. There was no guessing it was going to happen. There was no, I know it's going to happen, but we're not saying it was going to happen. Like, that was a legitimate when Lesnar's music hit. And it overshadowed the first pop of that night, which is Becky Lynch. So, like...
Chip, what do you think was the biggest surprise of the year?
Honestly, my biggest surprise, I think, was all the people that went after they got cut from NXT or WWE that went to AEW. The talent explosion on AEW was a surprise to me. I would have thought they would have tried to get some more indie-style wrestlers or people that have been up-and-comers, like maybe some ROH-type people, but instead they just raided the WWE roster.
Well, they didn't raid it.
Well, I mean, they didn't raid it, but they feast their famines, and they feasted big time. And that could prove to be trouble in 2022.
They're doing what WWE did. Like, just roster's too big.
Define too big, though.
What WWE did. That's why they're cutting everyone.
Yeah, because they got to sit there and pay all these people. And when...
It's just funny. Think about, what is this, 2-3 years now running for AEW? This is the start of year 3 for AEW, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is what they wanted AEW to be 2 years ago when they started. This is basically the roster that they envisioned they wanted to start when AEW started 2 years ago, and they couldn't get it. And now they got it. And now they got a bunch of extra people that are just going to be like, well, boys, you're wrestling on YouTube or you're not wrestling at all.
I'm wrestling on YouTube. I would love to wrestle on YouTube, especially when it gives me a payday.
I'd rather wrestle on the network.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm wrestling on YouTube for AEW, I get to immediately go to every single indie company and go, you now have AEW stalwart, Sleazy, that will come and do your show for an extra $50, $75. And you get to... It's a carny thing to do, but it's legit.
That's all you're choosing to charge an extra $50 to $75? With AEW on the name, don't you think you can get more than that?
No.
Well, you would know.
Legit, no. Especially if it's... Just because you can promote that from the outside does not mean that the promoter doesn't know that you're a fucking one-time Charlie right now. I mean, it's different when you are, like LSG, for example, who's been ROH for years and years saying, okay, ROH talent LSG or ROH talent Dalton Castle is going to be here. It's a whole nother to say AEW talent Colin Delaney. But don't you fucking know that he puts that at the end of it every time he's booked somewhere? Even though he's wrestled, 3 times on the show? On the YouTube show?
I think what Ryan's saying is the roster's too big. You're either going to wrestle on YouTube or you're not. Not just saying there's one-offs.
Oh, in terms of contracts.
Yes.
I was talking more to Chip
no.
with his $50 to $75 thing.
But I'm saying what Ryan's saying is it's like, hey, we don't got room on Dark. We don't got or Rampage or Dark or whatever the fuck show it is, and you're obviously not going to be on Dynamite because, they only show 5 people there. So you're going to wrestle on YouTube every week or every other week or even once a month. And
how much is my contract is my answer to that.
But you get to wrestle anywhere else too.
Really? And then you can truly say AEW wrestler, Daniel Garcia or 2.0.
But then they got it. But AEW, but Tony Khan's got to agree with those bookings though too.
When is he not? When they're conflicting with an actual match that they're going to have,
or they're not in the market that they haven't been in yet.
The reality is this: the contracts that they're getting from there is going to supersede any other indie show booking.
No, I'm not saying that it's not going to.
So, well, the thing is that to claim that the roster is bloated doesn't mean shit, especially if they're working other places and they're still getting a paycheck from them.
Well, that's great. But at the same time, we don't know what those guaranteed contracts. It could be per day contracts.
They could be per date, but having even something in the bank that says, okay, well, it's not just per day. Merch deals and shit like that are also going to go through there.
Well, if you're only wrestling on, and let's face this, their YouTube show, while granted on YouTube, is only doing about 40,000 views. So it's not like this huge big thing. So 40,000 people are seeing you. At least the one episode I looked up only had 40,000 views. You're not, which could be wrong, but that's when I looked up.
It's very much wrong because their last episode did 200,000. And every one of them is pretty fun.
Maybe it was like a newer episode that just came out.
They're getting on average 250 to 500 depending on who's on it, which is pretty fucking decent, especially considering a lot of the times there's, ad placements involved. These are being taped on the same day.
That's getting more than what their TV. No, wait. No, that's wrong. That's getting more than some rampages are getting.
AEW Dark last week has 303,000 views.
Yep.
Okay. So it must have been like a new episode I saw, and they were just released it or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but still,
and let's be honest here. I'm gonna pull some rank on here. There's 336,000. It was 12 fucking matches on there, for one. Oof. And the biggest star on there was who? Sean Spears? Tay Conti? Jade Cargill, maybe?
Ooh.
I mean, they're great people. They're great workers, but they're not the Adam Coles, the Kenny Omegas, the Adam Pages, the Dark Order. None, basically, well, I take that back. Uno was on here, but the top echelon that they consider their top stars wasn't on this show, and they're still managing to pull 336,000 viewers, which is great. So
for a free TV show you can watch anytime.
Exactly.
Which is very convenient. Nothing against that. It's actually brilliant.
It is. It absolutely
maybe I'm looking at live views.
That might be.
Maybe it was live views.
That's very possible, because a lot of the times, especially with YouTube, you're not watching that live. Like, if I'm watching Dark, it's at least 2 days later. And
maybe that's what it was, live views. And we're going off a huge tangent here.
Well, I kind of did that intentionally because we need to take a break here. Still,
you and I got to talk about what our biggest surprises of the year were. But.
Yeah, so we'll get back to that right after this. Okay, so we're back. We still need to talk to our what, biggest surprises?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I can tell you there's two of them. Number one was WWE releasing all the talent, which is kind of surprised. The other one, you probably get this one. Ring of Honor closing up.
That was mine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was mine.
Yeah. Losing Ring of Honor from... And Joe Koff has said that they're not leaving. Kerry Silkin said, no, it's not happening. We're coming back. I have no hope for that. I really don't. You're seeing, Grisham defend the title in Impact. He's doing a GCW show. The Briscoes are obviously defending the tag titles, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't see them surviving in a meaningful manner. What do you feel about that?
I just feel, and I said this on, I think, our final battle show, that they're just doing something shady, that they couldn't afford any of those contracts. They're huge debt. They just said, hey, we're closing up Final Battle's our last live event. We're tape TVs, and we're going to release everyone from their contracts just to get them out from under contracts so they don't got to pay them.
You really think so?
I really think they did. But then that doesn't make...
cost-cutting matter at the end of the year, too, right?
Yeah. But also, if they're still defending the titles, keeping the ROH name alive, I don't know how true I believe that. But...
I mean, it hasn't been the first time somebody's done something carny like that, but if Sinclair has said, we're hemorrhaging money, you need to deal with this, you may not have a choice in the matter. Right. So I wouldn't say it outright maliciously did it that way, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do it that way because they didn't have a choice.
Right.
I'll be interested to see what happens WrestleMania weekend and Supercard of Honor, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what we're going to see of the product afterwards. And it sucks because, for the vast majority of us on this show, we met because of Ring of Honor. Our lives have been intertwined.
There is no way Jay Briscoe's winning the ROH World title.
Right. And the Fat Man and I, our first non-WWE show was going to be a Ring of Honor show before they canceled it.
Yeah.
It was, and
remember sitting in the wrong seats?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That was Hammerstein Ballroom though. They were just all like, here's level 1. Here's level 1.1. Like, which one's which?
So dumb. That entire thing was fucking ridiculous. But over the years, both Fat Man and I have gone to bunches of Ring of Honor shows. We're still at one now as we speak.
Supercard of Honor, which is still going on.
Exactly.
Chip's there with us too.
Yep. We've
4 fucking years later.
The reality is that we've seen not just us as fans grow with the product, but our own fellow wrestlers, guys I came up with, guys that have trained me are sitting in Ring of Honor, guys that I work with now sitting in Ring of Honor, guys like LSG. It's a great example of that. Fat Man, Dalton Castle, fucking 2CW stalwart, huge star in Ring of Honor.
The Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, he is legitimately, and I did this for the exact reason you'd think, he's the only meet and greet I've ever done because I knew it mattered to him to have a nice long line for that meet and greet.
And I remember wearing my 2CW shirt and being like, hey, you like my shirt? He's like, I love your fucking shirt. Like, he was just like, that's my home promotion. I'm like, I know, man. We're from the area, man. We've seen 2CW so much. And then he was just all like, yeah, man, I heard Josh was coming down. I was like, that's what I heard too. I mean, we didn't see Josh on that trip, but
yeah.
Well,
I remember talking to him not too long ago at the reunion show because he was there for the 2 dates. And it's interesting to see an entire arc like that. He was one of the first people I ring announced for in UPW because he came back to do a one-off. And then 2CW happened and we met him and talked to him a lot then. And then the whole Ring of Honor thing happened and then this reunion show happened. It's just seeing, the arc of that performance and seeing him make that money and make those, star-making moments in Ring of Honor. It says a lot to who he is as a performer, but it also says a lot about the company that saw such talent inside of him. So, and it's sad to see a company like Ring of Honor go away, because now it's basically a 2-horse race now. You know, it is AEW, it is WWE, and then there's a bunch of middling indie promotions. And I'm going to throw Impact right in along with places like GCW and other shit like that. And Strong, New Japan Strong. And I don't...
I get it. I get it. This is the part of the award show where we talk about things that died, but too much time into it.
Right. So let's get back to the awards now that we've fucking, now that we're on the, this is the In the Arms of the Angel segment. Wow, that's so terrible. Let's do Feud of the Year, because I think it's funny. I think mine's funny. It's Impact versus the Forbidden Door.
Wow.
How terrible.
So I had something stupid like that too, but I actually changed it to something real.
This was not the year for too many feuds. There were a couple of standouts, but I thought that was the best one for me. Was how
was it really that big of a feud though? When the Forbidden Door just beat the shit out of Impact?
One-sided as fuck. I loved it. It was the greatest.
By the way, Sleazy, you had Cesaro versus Roman Reigns.
Fucking Feud of the Year had it continued.
Brandon had Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly.
A legit one. Ryan knows his.
Ryan don't know his. Ryan don't remember his mid-year one.
Ryan's mid-year one.
A lot of edibles and smoked dope. My brain goes to move.
We know.
Ryan's mid-year was Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley.
I honestly can't think of anything else that happened over the next 6 months that would have come close to touching their feud, because it was the main event on all the shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was that huge match between Roman Reigns and Xavier Woods. That was a thing.
That's the year, was it?
Oh, shit. I put that in the wrong spot.
Chip knows. Chip knows what his best is. What is your feud of the year, sir?
My feud of the year is Adam Cole and Riley. There's no doubt on that.
I honestly, I can't think of a better one. If I were going to give you a legit one, it would have been that, but I'm sticking with mine.
Mine is still going on.
We're going to 108.
Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
What? He shows up 6 times in the year. How is that a fucking... Okay, whatever. I'll leave
Fuck off. Well, mine was Kenny Omega versus Selling.
Well done, sir. Well done. Well fucking done. I love you for that.
So, I picked a real one.
I like your mid-year one better.
We probably should have done promotion of the year, although it's pretty obvious how it always ends up. Okay, who's wrong?
Brandon's wrong.
Of course, he said AEW. Chip, did you say
Chip's
New Japan?
Because he said New Japan.
No, I mean, it's got to be WWE.
Right? I mean, it can't not be WWE.
Years to fucking give you that shit.
Yeah.
So we have to
Shit on Brian? Brandon?
Euthanize Brandon.
Okay. I'm sorry.
He's an AEW mark.
The WWE award goes to WWE.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the name of that award going forward.
The WWE award for best promotion goes to Stardom.
TNA.
TNA, yes.
A company that doesn't exist anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I was going to say Stardom, so.
Is your mark?
Oh, I'm a Joshi mark.
So many references to things that don't exist anymore on this show.
This is going to be a
Where's Travis?
Oh, Jesus.
He said references to things that don't exist anymore.
He was in the in memoriam part because
in the arms of an angel.
Okay.
Na, na,
Next award, bitch.
Tag team of the year. It goes to whatever tag team is of the year.
Lucha Brothers.
Ryan put the Lucha Brothers?
Yes.
It is.
And I believe Chip is agreeing.
Yep, 100%.
But FTR beat them for the AAA titles.
Which was a fucking amazing match. But no one watched it other than me.
Oh, that's because you're Japanese.
The Lucha Brothers had a great year, were reigning AAA champions until they lost them to FTR. But simultaneously, were also the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
So, Sleazy, the Young Bucks Tag Team of the Year award, who'd you pick?
Not the Young Bucks.
Me neither.
It was pretty soundly the Lucha Brothers this year.
Yep.
I usually flip between the two over the year. This one there was no choice.
Is that a right? We all got the same one for the first time in like 5 years.
Let's just hold our horses because Brandon picked FTR.
What the fuck?
Well, Brandon's Canada. He's annexed.
I'm not behind that.
Ruining a good thing.
That's yeah. I have to yield to my Canadian counterpart, Canadian Sleazy.
All Brandon stepped on a rail.
There you go.
Hey, don't judge all Pennsylvanians by him, please.
I'll drive. I know where York is, motherfucker. I'll drive down there.
Well, good. You can hop left and drive 20 miles to Gettysburg.
Why?
That's what I'll be doing. I'll go down to Gettysburg. Listen, I don't got a job right now, bro. You want me to go down tomorrow? Like,
Hey,
Wait, what?
what were the mid-year awards?
where'd it go? I had the Young Bucks. Sleazy had the Young Bucks. Ryan had the Young Bucks. Chip had FTR.
So we all fucking said, it went the way of the Lucha over the next 6 months. That's pretty interesting because I'm surprised no one said the Bloodline or specifically the Usos. Excuse me. Because to be fair, they've been doing fucking amazing. Same with the New Day, technically. I'm surprised no one said the New Day for the best faction, by the way.
Because they were kind of split up, 2 on one on the other. And if you're putting in the Usos, you kind of got to put in RK Bro. You got to kind of put in AJ and Omos. And there's not really much separating them. At least the Lucha Brothers were a main tag team champion in multiple federations. A main world tag team champion.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit on this show where a bunch of marks are a bunch of marks.
Oh, but that means shit to me when I pick stuff, and you know this, and I fuck you guys for not looking at the achievements.
Hey, the Tag Team Wrestling Enthusiasts award matters the most. Or at least his pick matters the most. And his pick agrees with mine. So that's all that matters to me. So how many do we have here? We got 4 left. We've got, let's do a female match of the year.
Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Oh God. So I actually got a recommendation. And this is the first time I've actually had a recommendation because honestly, I don't watch Dynamite all that much. I'll be perfectly honest with you. If I do, it's random. So when somebody said to me, you have to watch this female match, I'm like, yeah, okay, right. It is now my female match of the year. And it is Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb. From way back. And it's not what I picked on the first 6 months. I'm positive.
Nope. It was Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida. Mm-hmm.
Which was also a phenomenal match. But having Serena in there, holy shit. I would absolutely say, and I know every single one of us is going to say something else other than that, and more power to you, but go back and check that match out. Holy shit.
Okay. Yay, dead air.
Female match of the year, it will be Dakota Kai versus Raquel Gonzalez.
Ooh.
The one from like a couple of weeks ago?
I assume when they did the pay-per-view match, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Justify that one, sir. Because I'm sure nobody else picked that one.
He walks away.
Or not. What did Brandon pick?
I already know what Ryan's is.
Don't say it.
Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker.
Thank you. Like that and James, that was the best fucking women's match all year, folks.
I'm not saying it wasn't a bad match. There were a lot of great women's matches this year.
Well, you and Brandon agreed.
Really? What? That's phenomenal.
No, Ryan and Brandon agreed.
Oh, I was going to say.
Not you and Brandon. Ryan and Brandon.
Okay.
Mine didn't change. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair from WrestleMania.
Mark.
Yes. Listen, I had to give Sasha at least one award.
Yeah, she didn't deserve any, so you had to give her one. And slide your fucking dick up her ass.
Asian, not Asian for overrated. Yeah, call me a mark.
Yep. Hey.
And yes, I will slide my dick up her ass. I don't fucking care.
Canceled.
Don't care.
Say canceled. Oh, this award show's going swimmingly.
As it always does.
Oh my goodness. So we did that one. We did this one.
Three more.
Let's close out. Let's do the wrestlers of the year because we always do this. Female wrestler of the year. Fat Man.
Okay. Oh, me first?
Yeah.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Good pick. Good pick.
The only pick. What overrated Asian did you pick, Slizzy?
It wasn't an Asian. In fact, it was Britt Baker. Mine was Britt Baker this year, which I was actually surprised that I said it after, looking at everyone that was out there. Sheeta was great this year, but Britt Baker, next level. Everything she did was next level.
Okay, now I can say this. Brandon agrees with you.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're wrong.
So I'm wrong. Actually, I could have a chance here if everyone else says Britt Baker. Chip, please. Who'd you pick?
I mean, I could change the answer and say Britt Baker, but it wouldn't be true.
Fuck.
She did have a great year, though. She did have a great year. I will give it that.
Fuck you.
I chose Raquel Gonzalez.
Fucking goddamn Mark.
All right, Ryan.
What was my mid-year?
Bianca Belair.
You fucking God. Fucking Mark.
And you know what the worst part about it is? That of the full year to me, I think it's Becky Lynch.
The full year?
Yeah.
She hasn't been around since August.
Which is about 5-6 months.
8?
No, not 8 months. Like 4 months.
Oh, since now, yeah. But I'm saying it's 8 months into the year.
Yeah.
What?
So you put Becky Lynch.
She came back to a big debut, won a title, and has been a champion across 2 separate championships ever since.
Well, looks like I'm the only one with right on that one. Oh, God.
Unbelievable. What the fuck is this bullshit?
I can't tell you what it is, but this is a way better Becky, and her work just like Becky being back for 4 or 5 months made me forget she was gone for the first 8 months of the year, and I hated her when she left. And I just think her run now is great.
Britt Baker has literally been champion the entire fucking year.
No, she hasn't. She won it in May. Lawyered.
Since we started the 6 months.
That wasn't the entire year.
Okay, fair. So I misspoke. This entire is the second half of the year.
These are the mid-year. We're not doing 2 separate awards.
No. But has she gotten better? Yes.
Deonna Purrazzo has been like a champion in every promotion she's been in the entire year.
How long has she held the Impact World Championship?
Like 10,000 times.
No. How long?
Like 10,000 times this year.
How long has she held it?
10,000 times this year.
How long? Don't make me.
She only lost it recently to Mickey James.
Yeah. And
She lost it to fucking Mickey James.
And she's a AAA Women's Champion right now.
So?
2 different promotions being world champion using Ryan logic.
How do you argue the logic, though? That's why I like that logic. How do you argue that logic?
Well, she's had good matches with everyone she's been in the ring with, too.
Right?
So.
Same with the Lucha Brothers on the logic with them.
So he's just shaking his head because he can prove wrong. All right, Male Wrestler of the Year. Let's go.
Male Wrestler of the Year is Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It's got to be Roman Reigns. Whoever says something else is wrong. Okay, let's see how Brandon's wrong.
Kenny Omega or Adam Page? Which one do you choose?
Neither.
CM Punk.
Nope.
Danielson?
Nope.
Who the fuck? This is going to be a long fucking show. Who the fuck?
All of us on this show agrees Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sleazy.
He's held the title.
You tell your year, and has had good matches with everyone. All right. So everyone's Roman Reigns but Brandon. So it's not Punk, not Danielson, not Page, not Omega.
Jack Perry, Jungle Boy.
No.
Sting? He chose
No.
Sting. He's a fucking Sting mark, so I wouldn't put it
At least
past.
you got the right company, obviously.
Yeah, well, duh. Who the fuck would he have chosen? Nick Jackson?
No.
Has he held a title?
No.
Did you pick Tony Khan?
Why don't we just say it?
Yeah.
MJF.
This isn't best heel of the year. It's best wrestler of the year. And as long as Aquaman still holds that big old championship, there is no reason why anybody else should be wrestler of the year. Am I wrong here?
You're not wrong.
I mean, there's no... And I don't like Roman Reigns. I don't like the character. I don't like how he's presented all that much. But I get why he's a draw.
Which means you acknowledge him.
I respect him. I don't like him. I'll shake his hand and stiff him in the ring later.
Yeah. yeah.
Babe.
And then go, oh, sorry about that potatoes next.
So, last award is obviously the one we're going to fight over, I see.
Oh, yeah. Get the fuck ready, because we've got an entire hour to fill. Ladies and gentlemen, match of the year. Everyone.
Ryan.
Walter Ilya Dragunov. 100%. Every other match is wrong. That was the hardest hitting, best storytelling match. It's the best crowd, the best crowd reaction, and everything was so fucking on point. You know what he talked to the picture? Not even.
Well, sorry, Ryan.
So before you say anything else, I agree with Ryan. That's all I have to say.
Chip.
All right, so I told you all I was going to go home and watch both these matches back to back.
Yeah, I don't know what you were stuck on. I was curious.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was stuck on the Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks. That quickly faded away. Then I watched move for move, pound for pound, Walter and Dragunov. Amazing. Do not get me wrong, amazing. But I thought there was better storytelling in Will Ospreay versus Tagaki from Dontaku, whatever, however you pronounce it. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I literally was blown away by that match. And it's funny, as it went on further and further, they got stronger and better. The storytelling was amazing. It started out as a soft hitting, but by the end, they were Walter and Dragunov the shit out of each other. So Walter and Dragunov, I really thought was going to do it. And then I actually sat down and watched move for move both matches, and I think Ospreay and Tagaki Take it. And Brian, I know you don't watch in JPW, so you wouldn't probably hadn't seen his match. But if you get a chance, go watch.
I don't want to shit on the match because I know I've heard both names, so I don't want to be like you're wrong in terms of I've watched the match and shit on you that way. I haven't watched the match. You're probably still wrong, but I just haven't watched the match to fully tell you you're wrong.
I was blown away by both matches, but I guess the length of Ospreay and Takagi had me more enthralled. If you get a chance, just go watch it for the fuck of it. No, don't. I know you don't rate it. It's worth it.
So Brandon had Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson. 1 hour snooze fest that was on Dynamite. And I have the right answer, which is Dragunov and Walter.
Thank you.
That's the right and only answer.
So to be fair,
honestly, if I were to do a top three, the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks cage match would have been number 2. And to be 100% honest, it probably would have been Bryan Danielson and Page, that hour draw. That match is phenomenal as well, I thought.
So if I were doing a top 3, Takagi Ospreay would be on there. So I can't shit too much on Chip here because it would have been my number 2.
Takagi Cobb is my number 2.
Cobb and Takagi probably would have been my number 3. But
Jeff Cobb, that guy that there's no way he was losing G1, didn't he? He ever win the G1 after?
He should have won G1.
You, sir, are fucking God's gift to Canada. Oh my God!
Well, there's no way Jay Briscoe's winning the ROH ever again. So
oh my goodness!
So fuck you.
I love you guys.
Hope you stop on a Lego. I
was telling somebody that story the other day, and I was like, I was so mad that I left the bars. I was like, peace, and completely missed like the celebration after with Jay Briscoe and his family in the ring. I didn't know what happened until I read about it later. Like,
well, it didn't even happen on pay-per-view. So did it actually happen?
Yeah. No.
I don't know. Supercard Honor's still going on.
Yeah, it is. God damn.
Yeah. So, did you have mid-years?
Yes. So, everyone picked Roman Reigns for Wrestler of the Year. Mine was Takagi Cobb.
Okay.
Yours was Okada Ospreay.
That was also
Ryan's was Walter versus Ciampa.
That was also a good match.
And Chip's was Takagi versus Tanahashi at Wrestle Grand Slam.
I still remember messaging Batman the second they announced it was going on the TV or the next takeover, and I was like, "That's the year."
Yep. I think he messaged me like in the middle of the night or something. It was where I woke up and it's all like, Dragunov versus Walter match of the year. I was like, where? It's like, hasn't happened yet. I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of fanfare around that, and it delivered in spades.
It's not to take away from the first one, because when they fought last year, it wasn't that wasn't as good. It's just the crowd. Yep. That crowd, that NXT crowd, you call it, just made that match so much better.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. 100% agree.
Yep.
And I think it is a star-making match, obviously for both guys, but specifically for Dragunov. But yeah. So, because we love Dave Meltzer on this fucking show.
Okay.
We're going to start. There are let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many matches did he overrate?
8, 9, 10, 11. So 20 matches he rated 5 stars or above.
I had 2.
Yeah, well,
this year. 2.
I'm gonna rattle them off just to give people an idea. Okay. These are all the 5-star matches that he rated 5 stars exactly. Ibushi Naito from Wrestle Kingdom Day 1. Takagi Jeff Cobb from Night 2. Omega Ray Phoenix from Dynamite New Year Smash. Tanahashi Takagi from New Beginning in Nagoya. Ospreay Zack Sabre Jr. New Japan Cup Day 8. The Bucks versus Pac and Ray Phoenix from AEW Dynamite number 81.
Nope.
Really? Wrestle Grand Slam in Tokyo Dome, Tagagi versus Tanahashi. The Broadway, Danielson versus Omega for the half-hour Broadway. AAA Heroes Immortales 14, I think. Lucha Brothers versus El Hijo del Vicino and Laredo Kid.
Yeah, I don't speak Japanese. I don't know.
Me neither. AEW Full Gear 2021, Christian Cage, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus versus
What?
Adam Cole, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson.
That was a 5-star?
He called that a 5-star match. And of course, the 1 hour Broadway, Danielson, Adam Page. I want to point out, he only rated that 5 stars. Fucking Mark. 5.25 stars. Okada Ospreay from night 1. Shocker. Ibushi Jay White from night 2. Our all match of the years, Dragunov versus Walter. 5.25 stars. 5.5 stars or more. Will Ospreay versus Tagagi from New Japan Cup Day 13. This one blows my mind. Stardom, ladies and gentlemen. Utami versus Sayuri. What? What the fuck?
You're gonna go watch it, don't you?
He must have been jacking off too hard that night. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, because I saw a lot of Stardom matches this year. Nothing touched anything up this list. I'm sorry. Tagagi versus Ishii from G1 Day 1. And Full Gear, Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. We're all rated 5.5 stars. 5.75 stars, the Steel Cage match. Bucks versus Lucha Brothers. And the only match he rated 6 stars, Chip's match of the year. Ospreay Tagagi from Dontaku.
All right, I'm going to steal Chip's New Japan and watch that then.
So in other words, Chip is wrong.
Well, we knew that.
If somebody agrees with Dave Meltzer, they are officially wrong, and everyone knows this. This is the rule of the wrestling show. Any thoughts? Any
Dave Meltzer's a mark.
Feelings about this?
Dave Meltzer's a mark.
I'm just waiting for Wrestle Kingdom. That's what I'm waiting for.
I am not watching Day 3 because when I looked at the card, there's 11 matches. 9 of them are pointless tag matches. There's no way I'm watching that.
Me and Ron won't watch it at all.
I mean, I'll watch Day 1 and 2, but I'm not watching Day 3. There's no point in watching Day 3.
But what if I like tag matches, Blair?
Then fucking watch it, bitch. Goddamn. I don't fucking care. Like,
Canada doesn't get in JPW.
Well, I gotta go find this fucking Stardom match. But it's 43 minutes long. Do you know what the finish? I bet you, I gave you all 3 choices. You wouldn't be able to guess the finish.
roll up with death.
Nope.
Death and roll up.
Nope.
Victory roll?
What's that?
I said victory roll.
No. Double count out after 43 minutes.
Yeah, that's not even a 5-star match.
How the fuck do you get? I have no idea. How do they? I need to watch this match now just to see what the fuck Meltzer was smoking. It might be good, but I highly doubt it.
43 minutes in your life to tell me if I should invest some of my life.
Well, the Will Ospreay Takagi match was like 48.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Wrestle Kingdom Night 3. There's 2 dark matches that are 1 single, 1 tag. So out of the 9 matches on the main show, 8 of them are tag team matches. 2 of them are 10-man tag team matches. And 1 of them is a 6-man tag team match.
I don't know what to say to that.
Chip can review Night 3 all by himself. But I will watch Night 1 and Night 2.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to take me to watch all of them. Usually it takes me like 4 weeks to watch 18 hours of wrestling, which it will be.
Like I said, I got all the free time in the world. I ain't got no job no more. So
when did that happen?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Shit.
Off the air, I'll tell you what happened.
Yep. So I'll get back to you after I eat. All right.
Well, Chip, before you leave, Twitter,
The Sports Guru 728, also the Best Damn Sports Show Period 2 will be having their year in review show. Make sure you follow us on Facebook.
Excellent. Ryan,
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. Ryan, I know you don't have Twitter. I know you don't have Facebook. Do you want the @SleazyFatMan Twitter?
Maybe.
You might be the proud owner of @SleazyFatMan soon, because I don't post enough on it to make it worth my while. So do you have anything to promote at all?
Nah, man. Peace, love. I love everybody. Everybody love everybody. Jackie Moon.
I love you, sir. I'm at TWS Sleazy.
TWS Fat Man.
And the show's @SleazyFatMan on Twitter and Instagram. I remembered this time. You can find this show and everybody else that's part of the Gear Network at gearnetwork.com. You can find our show any place you get your own podcasts, like Spotify, for instance, every Saturday morning at 8 a.m., usually before I wake up, because what the fuck? But please subscribe to our show if you haven't already, and make sure you have it automatically download to your device. It helps us out a lot to do so. This year, as a general rule, will be fucking phenomenal. We're going into our 10th year. We have a lot of things in store. We've got, spoiler, something cool on the way very, very shortly. And maybe a couple of big announcements. So keep listening, keep seeing us on Twitter, keep seeing us on Instagram and Facebook at facebook.com/sleazyandthefatman. But that's pretty much it. So with thanks to Chip, who already left, thanks to Ryan, who's still here. And as always, for Sleazy,
for the Fat Man,
this is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Happy New Year.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. That's all I'm saying. Just fuck Dave. Oh, and hot dogs on a sandwich.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year, everyone.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain, all the world gonna say.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.